接受那个也是什么书报啊、大头这些都小，很远。好，你跟我约，我可以去。
哦，不是说有个什么永乐国小是吧？永乐在哪里？
你是苏澳啊？
哦，很远。
开车30、40。
那问题是大还小？人数多还少？人数是说100-200个人，那就是那也没什么搞哈。
我不知道。他还讲一个
Can you get, if you use chat, like chat everywhere, and I want to do a reading comprehension about an existing story,
Yes.
so if I ask it, write me 10 questions about when Charlie Button lost power, will it search the story out from the internet itself?
Yes, you can change it. Maybe you can find select the Snow White or the story and then give the ChatGPT and then make it to modify the story. That'll be okay.
So we'll actually search out storybooks that are already existing.
I'll try it now.
Yes.
You just did tried that before, but I don't think they have those copies for the really big stories. So what I did is I pasted the whole story and then
I did like a weed as a flower, and it kind of got everything right. And then when I went Charlie Button, it fell
So you have
apart.
to first paste the story first and then ask ChatGPT to create a set of reading conventions according to your provided text. Yes.
So it won't just naturally search it.
Sorry?
If I give it the title, it can't search
没有啊，没
it
有，
itself.
I'll try.
Any questions? We're not fully online.
哦，对对对，有时候跟他讲他我会这样，因为他都听得懂。
I got 10. Though they're kind of generic.
Yeah,
Some of them are
they were
generic.
on when we came in.
I think
and then,
doesn't.
yeah, it's not language.
Do you
It's
know
not bad.
Snow White
It's kind of open-ended.
story? Do you know this kind of question is a very bad question? You know this? Do you know Snow White story?
The answer
It's
is yes or
not
no.
a good question for ChatGPT. This question is good for Google, not for the ChatGPT. The reason is the ChatGPT doesn't know anything about the real world. It doesn't know anything about real world. It gives the contents from the words by words, not the database. ChatGPT doesn't have the database. It doesn't know the Snow White. So this question is a very bad question, right? But if you want to come to this, you can give the Snow White story to use this. Maybe this Snow White story. Snow White story. I find the original. Okay. How to use the ChatGPT to modify the story? The first thing is not ask the question like this. You don't have to use this. The best way is to use this. For example, use this. This. I just copy these words and for it. And at the top of this, modify this story and add to a counter in this story. Their name are Jack and George, for example, this. And it will modify this story and add two counters in this story, this. That is more, I think maybe like this. I think the have to rule Jack and Mary in this story. Actually, this is the way we use the ChatGPT to do the story. It's not just like this. Do you know Snow White story? It's a very bad question because it's not the search engine. It's generated. So the example is very bad. So don't use this. And maybe you can use this to find the original story, to pass on it, and ask them to modify, and it will give you a lot of the the different kinds of story type. Yes. So that's another way to use the ChatGPT for story. This. Okay. All right. So the next hours I will introduce the image generated, and the music generated, and the last is video generated. All tools we can use in our classroom. For example, this Bin image creator. The Bin image creator is invented by the Microsoft Edge. So you can type this, or you can use the hyperlink, and you will see this. You have to log in. So I give you some time, so maybe 5 minutes, 2 minutes to log in, and I will show you how to use Microsoft Bin to generate the image. And you can use this image and check the story and make a storybook. Okay. So it doesn't cost any money. The point is 97, right? After I ran out of this point, I can still use, but the image doesn't produce more quickly. So don't worry about it. But you have to log in. So I'll give you 2 or 3 minutes, and I will show how it works. And I will combine the image generated and the context generated to make a story immediately. Okay, so type the Microsoft Bin. And you want to see the how it works, maybe you can type the Bin image creator. You will see a lot of ideas how it works. Okay. So when you are logging, I just explained this kind of the image generated as a theoretical. For example, the OpenAI have the DALE. Is Microsoft use this to generate the image, and many people even use Midjourney or Stable Diffusion. And because I bought the all tools, I have used all tools, and so I can show you how it works. See the differences. Because Midjourney is quite different. This, just like this. Give me a serious picture about student life. If I want to make the reading composition, and I don't have to Google the image, I will ask the Midjourney to give me some series of photos, and I will tell them how many people in my photos, and I will use these photos to write a composition. But this is you have to pay. So I don't introduce this because it took me 1 month $20. 1 month $20. Okay. So I don't introduce this. But actually this is very powerful. For example, I will try to show you. For example, image prompt. I use the comic style. Many students, you can use Chinese and language, are playing basketball in a swimming pool. I use the abnormal situation to ask it to generate the photos. I will see how it works. Well, wait. Okay. So it will cost some money, but I don't introduce. I just show you how it works. Okay, so you have to wait to start it, and if you prompt it correctly, and you will use the Midjourney, and S400 means size, and the style cube means you can use the common style. Okay, don't worry, I just wait for it, and then we go back to the Microsoft Bin. Okay, so you have to log in and you can generate it. You just prompt and you will generate it any size of the photos you want. Okay, so we go back to this. If you don't know how to generate it, you just slide these photos. You can see this kind of the prompt. They will give you some ideas. Above all this orange paint. For example, I click this. Okay, you will give me some, and you can download it. And the best way to use this tool is to give me a noun, for example, a boy, and give me a style, comic style, just like this, a noun, an adjective, and verb, and the style. It will generate the many kinds of the photos. And don't worry about the copyright, because it's for the AI. But I don't suggest you use these photos to publish your book. That will be a problem. For the education, I think that will be okay in your classroom, but I don't suggest use this to the business to use.
Why?
Okay. Why?
Yes.
Because maybe some company, because actually this kind of style, maybe it will copy some kind of features of the writers.
They steal from
Yeah,
from
that's it.
illustrators to train this.
But don't all illustrators do the?
Yeah, but they directly steal parts of images.
Yeah. For example, Van Gogh. Okay, the boy, Van Gogh.
So it doesn't matter.
Van Gogh. Actually, I don't know Van Gogh. How to say it.
About anything
Van
specific.
Gogh.
A lot of people still use it to publish.
Okay.
Yeah.
I find the
Basically.
okay in some Van Gogh style. I have this. A boy.
It's all.
A boy. Van Gogh style. I will see how it works.
Is it to do like publishing it as your own?
I mean, it's very easy.
That's one thing, but there's no.
It will give me the Van Gogh style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can publish it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a Van Gogh style.
Yes, good.
Yeah. But
Van Gogh's public domain. You
Yeah.
can use Van Gogh.
But actually it's a passed away, so I think they don't have any copyright. The copyright is 80 years. The image poetry after the 80 years, it don't have any copyright.
If they're still using it, they keep the copyright.
Yes.
Like Disney, Mickey Mouse is over 80, but they keep using
Yeah,
it.
they keep it. For example, just like Disney's Mickey Mouse, they have still have the copyright. And in the whole world, the Nintendo, the Japanese, and the Disney's, if somebody want to steal their copies, they will sue you. So I don't suggest to copy any style of that. But for this kind of a very open person, I think that will be okay. But I'm still not suggest to for the business. So
Like Steamboat. So Disney
Right.
started using it again.
it's very easy. A noun, a verb, a style, and where are they?
As long as they keep using it, it won't.
Right? Right. So I think it's a start for the teacher or student to make their own books. Actually, I think 3 months ago, some writers published a lot of AIGC storybook on the Amazon, on the electronics books. But the Amazon, I think that now it don't accept any AIGC storybooks because the character, it doesn't have a serious character. Maybe a story have you see this photo. I generate this prompts again, and you will see the 4 character in the Van Gogh style, but the character doesn't have any connection. So we can set one model. For example, if I want to make story about the 10 scene scenario, but the character doesn't look like, so they always give me different style, just like this. Do they look alike? No. So you can even use this in your storybooks. I think this is not. It's hard. It is a problem. You can use this to generate some image for single image. But if you generated a lot of image and you want to use this to the storybooks, that will be a disaster because nobody will see the character doesn't look like the same. So I think that's a problem. But it's still for teachers to use in your classroom. I think most people use this in conversation, reading conversation, or like ask the student to write essay, like this. Student are playing in the playground, like this. Sometimes you will give me 4 images, sometimes you will give me 1 image, but it doesn't matter. And when I ask them to ask the big image creator to generate the image, the pointer, you will use the pointer. Sometimes you give me the real person, sometimes you give me comics. So I always use this comic style. If you don't write comic style, they will give you the real person. And don't worry about the eyes and the fingers. The most difficult for the AIGC to generate the image is the finger, because the computer doesn't know how many fingers the human have. They always have 4 fingers, 3 fingers, 2 fingers. Yeah. So I will use this comic style. So the style is quite important. Okay, in the playground. And even you can use this in your site. Okay, I think I can try this. So the teacher just told me just a discussion about the creativity and AI generated. I think it has inferences, but the inferences is better, or it is better for the human, or it will get worse for the humans development. But I think that it's not easy to ask. For example, I think if a teacher, if I have to design the 10 assessment in 1 week before the midterm exam, I think AIGC is very good. But for the writers, it will give me some ideas. But the writers will see this as still other people's idea. And the idea doesn't from his brain. So I think some writer will think the AIGC, it will do harm for his or her creativity. I think that's true. So we can think about this. But don't worry, we just learn how to use this. It's better than the people doesn't know anything about it. Okay. So try this. Okay, I will try the Japanese style. 宫崎骏 Japanese style. This. Okay. I use again. This is I think many people see this. 龙猫 Totoro. This the writer. Okay, we see this. It doesn't look like it, right? So maybe it's not famous enough, then Google the mango. Maybe that will happen. Okay. And I will use this. Mango. Try this.
How about Picasso?
Yeah, yes, Picasso is okay. But I'm not sure. Okay, how about Picasso? This? Just the background, not the whole. Okay, Picasso. This is the abstract. I think the Picasso's photo will look abstract. It's free. Don't worry about it. It's free. And because students have the Google Gmail,
Yes,
yeah,
Picasso style.
Picasso style.
Isn't powerful?
Okay, practice. I think 5 minutes. You can use a different style and generate it. You can even type in Chinese, Japanese. It's okay. And if you don't have any idea, you can type this. Give me surprise. Predict this. Give me surprise. A robot made of analog, stereo equipment, digital art. See this? The style. Okay. It's called the image creator. This. Give me a surprise. And I go back to my mid journey. This. Many students are playing basketball in swimming pools. And I click on this, and I will, what's U? U means unscale. I can unscale my photos. U1, U2, U3, U4. And what's the B1, B2, B3, B4 is a variable. Variable. I think that you can do some differences about the photos, and I will show you how it works. This. The style is more beautiful than the Beats image creator, but so why it costs money, right? This. And I also use this to generate some live photos, I think what's called live pictures. Okay. And it's successful. You can use this to use the live pictures. This is called the mid journey. Okay, the mid journey. It will cost 1 month for $20. This.
How much is it again? 80?
Eight, just eight. Eight. Mid journey.
$80.
Mid journey.
Mid-journey.
Yeah, mid journey. You will use this course.
Just a quarter.
Yes. Mid journey. Yes, you will use this to log in. Many people use this because actually it generates more beautiful, and you can write down more specific prompts on this. So now I have to use ChatGPT and the image creator to give it more detailed description. What we'll do, What we'll do. So this is a mid journey. You will join the beta. This is a Discord. But I don't talk much about how it works, how you use. But I will talk much more about how you can use the ChatGPT and this to generate the image you want. The first thing is that, okay. So you know AI generated image. So this is my first question. Do you know AI generated image? And I have given the ChatGPT has the some knowledge about what is the AI generated image, and then we can describe a cat in 200 words. This, it will describe a cat in the different the appearances, or what is it doing. Yes, this is a prompt. And then I will use this prompt to test. Okay, stop. Yes. I will use this. Copy that, and then to my Microsoft Bing. So I will get more detail about descriptions. And if you use this, you will get more good photos because you give the image creator a lot of clue, and it will create the more beautiful, more powerful the image you want. That's different tools, but you can use different tools to generate a more powerful the big picture. And then I will show, if I use the Chinese image and I test to mid journey, and then let's see how it works. Even for the English native speaker, we don't have it's not so easy to write down these words, right? Okay. So let's see. So that's I think the most important things about the prompts. If you can give the AI to more detailed prompts, you will get more detailed photos, and then you will save a lot of time and time to use this. That's it. Okay. This all AI generated. I think no one can do this in 1 minute to generate these photos, right? So that's the prompt, but that doesn't have to know how to do this. You just have this. Describe a cat in 200 words. 200 words. And if you want to add some specifics, just like Picasso or Van Gogh style, it will show in this text and give the text to the image creator and generate the two images. So that's project. You can use the ChatGPT and the image creator to generate more good photos. So that's how it works. Yes, this. If your teacher want to teach the student how to use this, they have to use their student's Gmail and they can log in. But sometimes you need to it will give some number to their email, so they go back to their email and pass the numbers on it, and they can log in the Microsoft Teams. Because many this kind of the data, I share a lot of teachers in the private city, and the teacher actually use this in their classroom, but they always use this in the assessment. But I think we can have more ideas about how we use this in maybe you can draw ask the student to draw something. Okay, so that's it. So I introduced the journey to see how it works, and to use the image creator to how to use the ChatGPT to use the words to generate more words, and then okay, next is about the music. Okay. Music generated. Okay, so let's see how it works. Let's pen with music. This it's very. The first time I see this very shocking. So I will introduce to you. Okay, large experiment. Okay, so I will show you. Okay. I just draw a pen on this on this sky, and it will generate the music. Okay, I choose in the sky. It's easy to use. You don't have to log in. Just like this. You just do this, and it will generate the music. And you have a 4 instrument you can use: flute, saxophone, trumpet, violin, and the bird steps. For example, flute. This. See? Wait a minute. This. And I will try more hungry. And if you want to understand, you can have this. To go no sky. This. And write down this. See? So that's how it works. You can stop this, and then you want to change different the instrument. You just stop it, and you can change this, and then draw. That will use different colors. Yes, so you can use different colors. And even if you can change the cameras, the background, and you can use the underwater, and okay, but the pen just use real clear. So nowadays it's to ocean. Now ocean, for the ocean it has a whale. For example, there's a whale sound and a flute. This, okay. It's for the pen with the music. Actually, I have no idea how it works. But try this. Give you some ideas about the AIGC. Not many people use the AIGC to generate the music. The reason is because you want to make a music. I think you have some talent. Not that many people generate the music up to here, right? So now I'm talking about this. Try some this pen with music. It's Google Arts and the Cultural Lab that designed a tool. And you can draw a heart and draw a bird. Like this. Try some. Paper. Right? Yes, I heard some teachers try. Because this is the last part I draw, so they will generate the music at the last. Yes. The actual set, after you try, you will understand more. If you don't try any one of this, you will have AI anxiety. So today I want to every teacher to use this to reduce any AI anxiety. Because actually I always do this kind of conference at for the Taipei's such senior high school teacher or some kinds of the elementary school teacher. They always tell me about so many tools. I can learn them very well. So just introduce some useful tools for them to use in the classroom. It's fun, right? And if you don't want this, you can just click clear, then mask. And even you can share. For example, I think we have a Google Classroom, right? You can ask a student to generate this kind of music. Maybe you will think about the music and English education. Does it have any connection? Maybe. I have no idea, but maybe you can use this in your classroom. Okay, you can share. And if you want to use different instruments, you have to stop it, and change. And you will use different colors. Okay, so let's make some noise. Don't worry. Paper underwater. demonstrate.
I just have a question. As a whale.
Okay, the whale sound.
Like, freezing.
Actually, I asked my sixth grader what do they want to be in the future. They always say, I want to be a YouTuber. But actually, I always say, if you want to be a YouTuber, what do you want to progress in? They will say they like to play games, they like to do something, or they like to invent something. I think that will be okay. But if you want to be a YouTuber, maybe you have to make some music. Maybe you have know how to use AI to make your video more attractive. So I teach them how to use this. Okay. And next, where's my slide? Okay. Okay, next. Video generated. I just demo. Okay, I just demo. It's called the CapCut. And you want to know how it works, you can see this YouTube. This YouTuber is an elementary school teacher. He means he's Chongqian. I think many elementary school teachers know about this teacher. He shares a lot of technology to us. This. Okay. If you want to see the how it works, you can go to this website, Li Chongqian. I think he it's very easy to understand. Okay. So now I just introduced how it works. And then I will show you how to use the ChatGPT to make some slides. Or maybe I just restart my computer, it works. But later I will show you how to use this. But now I think I have to use it to help a teacher to make some PPT. Okay. So if you use a cell phone, you can find this. Use ChatGPT to make the slide. This. Okay, here. You can just use this words. You can test it on the ChatGPT or Chat Everywhere, and you can generate the slide very quickly.
You know, like a button game.
Okay. The tool I use is MindShow. I use MindShow to generate the PPT slide. So first, okay. So just have this. Maybe you can also use the English. This and pass to my Chat Everywhere. The word is please make a slide about how to use ChatGPT in the English elementary English education and use the markdown coding font. This. Okay, I pass it. Markdown. The markdown is the format the computer understands is for the PowerPoint. This. And you don't have to understand how it works, but you just copy this and you will generate a lot. Wait a minute. Okay. Yes, you will just change right here. This. We don't use this in our PowerPoint, but we use this and another tool to generate PPT immediately. Okay. Okay. And then I use this test, copy and paste, copy. This. Don't use this. Don't use this. Maybe you will lose something. Just use this. Copy. And then go where you can find another tool, Mind Show. If you look at Mind Show, it's free. And after you log in, you can download. The last time I come here, the vice principal's work, he uses I think the English for me, I think it's very useful because I can get more quick the ideas around the world. I think the English teacher has a lot of. I think it's good for us to understand this kind of course more quickly. That's that way my show. So I just explained. After you log in the next slide easily, you just test, import and create. You use the import and create and test this, the markdown format, and you can generate like this. Okay. Try it. So this is my work. Maybe you can say this. I'm not sure. Maybe try another. You just pass the markdown. You just pass the markdown and into the there. Wait a minute. Say this. Import and create. This. Import and create. We just pass my markdown. Control V. Just like this. Import and create. And wait. And you can modify your subtitle and this and how to use Chat GPT to generate. Okay, subtitle you can modify to this, check. D and check. See this, okay. And then you can see it works. The contents you just generate in the ChatGPT, it will generate a slide very quickly. And then you can download free PDF. You can even modify this. Okay. Please log in. If you log in, you can download. It's still free. It's still free. There's a PDF. Log in. Alright, I maybe some problem, but I think you can try this. So I will show again now. Show again. Use phonics in second grader student. Like mark down, marker down, format. I try this. I use this, it's for English. And then I pass this markdown to the MyShow and see if we generated the slideshow. Wait a minute. Okay. This passed. Now we'll pass the code. This markdown. I will go back here, import and create. Pass it, import and create. Generate here and this use. Okay. Okay. So it's a slide. Yeah. So quickly. And after you log in, you can download it. So any teacher use this before? No? Yeah, that's how it works. Amazing, right? And even you can use another template. Yeah, try this. Try this. Combine the two tools, ChatGPT and the Markdown. And you will see the power. This tool is free now, but I don't know, maybe it will take some money later. But many people use this. After you download it, you can still modify the contents. Okay, it works. So I just okay, let you to use this, and the next I will use video generated. So the first thing you use ChatGPT to ask it to generate the slide, and if you have a content, ask it to use the Markdown format, and pass it to MyShow. Use this. Okay, we'll say import and create. You can generate anything you want. Yes, we don't use this. We always use the Markdown format.
Why not?
Because I think it's much work. Actually, I use the words or another, it doesn't generate the satisfied results. So I think the Markdown is better. Did I try it? Okay, I see if I could work. I think I tried to see. Because I think many teachers have the work file, right? Okay. I passed the content. This, okay. Let's see if you can read. Okay, this you just like the slide. Okay, I save. And then this up. Okay, I upload to the MyShow. Connect to import this story. This. doesn't meet the import requirement, please see the notes of the right of detail. Maybe you have the head. It's much more complicated, right? You have to use the heading of the chapter. You have to set the format. If you use the word, you have to by yourself. Okay. So I will use the markdown. It's much more easy. It's separate demo. If you use the word, you have to do some not much more complicated. Okay, so next tool, the last and the final tool is how we can use AI to generate the video. For example, this. This part is from the word to video. So how can we use the word to video? So first thing is, please write a story about a brave boy kill a dragon in by killing. Killing, okay. Killing. Dragon, breaking dragon. 500. Alright. Okay. And I will use this story to the 剪映 to the another tools and see how it works to generate the video. Okay. I think it's much more than that. Okay. And test it. Copy. And this, I pass it. And I can choose a voice and generate. And use artificial intelligence to make some photos. And then wait. It cannot support for the English. But okay, I use Chinese. It doesn't support English, but it supports Chinese. Thus, I use another way to use the Chinese to write about the voice adventure story. Okay, I just attach this and to this, and it will generate the story. Let's wait. Many YouTubers use these tools because it can save a lot of time to find the photos on the internet. Okay. 继续 Because it stopped, we can press the continue for 继续. It will keep progressing. Okay, alright, so we just cast it. We just stop it. We just stop this. And I pass this to generate it. Okay. So we'll quickly generate the video. After you generate it, you will see the text and the sound and the photo, and you can even check the photos. You can check the photos if the doesn't meet the. So we'll see. It's supposed about 20,000 words in one video. sometimes we type we will do the transcriber time consuming, but this software helps us a lot. Even you can give them the video, then it will give you the transcriber. You don't even type the subtitle. Okay. So it's the final part. The introduce. So I introduce a lot of the text translate, the sound, the drawing, image creator, music, and the video. You will see 93%. Okay. Maybe if you have any questions, you can ask, and I will see the final works. The student sometimes will do some presentation, or the teacher will do some presentation, do some presentation about the play. They will do some drama, and the teacher will take some video, right? And I think that this is the good tool for them to generate the video. Like this.
Finish.
Okay, we hear this.
从前有一个小男孩，叫做小明，他住在一个小村庄里。小村庄四周环绕着茂密的森林。
I think for the many people, if you use
从前有一个小男孩，叫做小明，
to use the
他
cell
住
phone,
在
you
一个
see
小
a
村庄
lot
里。
of story like
小村
this.
庄四周环绕着茂密的
It
森
has
林。
words
传说
that
中
have
有
the
一个神秘的
background
宝藏藏在森林深处。小明对冒险充满了渴望，决定踏上寻找宝藏的
music.
旅
Yeah,
程。
TikTok
小明穿上一套厚重的冒险装备，
对，
背起行囊，
自己跳动。
对，就是用这个。And then you can export, and you can use this. Of course, you can. For example, I use another photo. If you don't want the photos, you can change. Of course. I find photo. Okay, here. I import a photo. And if you don't want this photo, you just put this. Okay, so I change. Yeah, so I change. They're very easy. I think the most powerful is this, the subtitle. You can use this. And the subtitle, it comes from the ChatGPT. It's very time-consuming. If you use these words and find the video
他要穿越茂密的丛林，有时
even as a
他要爬
video,
上
not
陡峭的
just
山
an
峰，
image,
但是小明
you
从
will
不退
combine
缩，
together.
他坚信宝藏就在前方等着他。终于，小明来到了一个神秘的洞穴，他小心翼翼地进入洞穴，发现里面散发着金光闪闪的宝藏。
I think for the
他
5th
心
grader,
跳加
6th
速，
grader,
双眼燃起了希望的
they
火
do
焰。
this a lot.
正当小明准备拿起宝藏时，一个巨大的石头滚了下来，挡住了他的去路。原来这是一个守护宝藏的机关。小明面临着生死关头，但他毫不退缩，他找到了一个破绽，迅速闪避开来。小明继续前进，克服了一个又一个的困难。最
Okay.
从
because
前
I
有一个
started
小男
this.
孩叫。
Okay. So that's it. Today I want to share the features about the AIGC and hope you can use this in your classroom. And if you need any questions, maybe I will use email. You can ask me. Okay.
Can we take a picture
Yeah,
of Dylan?
that was my question. Picture one.